Long, long ago, the great void produced a god and a goddess named Donn and Danu. When they looked at each other, a sacred flame burned in their hearts. They locked into a loving embrace from which they could not be separated. After a while, Donn and Danu bore children. The children were caught between their interlocked parents and couldn't escape. One of the sons, Brienne, decided that he needed to separate his parents, or he and his brothers would die. Danu's love for her son won over her love for her husband, and she allowed Brienne to slay his father. Brienne's fury was so great that he cut his father into 9 parts. Danu was horrified by what she had seen and started to cry. Her tears swelled into a great flood that swept away all of her children to earth. This is how Danu became known as the Waters of Heaven. The waters also washed away the 9 parts of Donn. His head became the skies, his brain the clouds, his face the sun, his mind the moon, his bones the stones, and his breath the wind. Donn's blood mixed with Danu's tears and became the seas. 2 red acorns fell to the earth. Danu recognized her beloved in one of them. She cried again, and her tears soaked into the dry earth and made the seeds grow. The red acorn took root and grew into a marvelous oak tree. It was the reincarnation of Donn. The other seed became a priest, brother of Donn. His name was Finn. Donn saw his beloved Danu up in heaven and stretched out his branches to the skies, trying to dry her tears with his leaves. Nurtured by the waters of heaven, the oak grew many berries, which fell and grew into the first humans. The people who grew from these berries were lazy because they couldn't die. Slowly, they became lazier and lazier until they began to rot from the inside. Donn asked the advice of his brother Finn. "What people need is death," said he. "There must be renewal in the world." But Donn didn't like this idea, and the 2 brothers started to fight. They fought long and hard. Finally, Finn was killed. Seeing his brother dead at his feet, Donn was so overcome with pain that his heart burst apart. Parts of his body fell everywhere, and this renewed the world. But death did come to mankind. When Donn died, 3 mighty roots of the oak grew deep into the ground, creating the Otherworld, a place where people go after death. Donn became the god of the Otherworld, while Danu remained the goddess of heaven. To this day, their great love continues, even as they are separated by the earth.